Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm going to real quick do a room tour for the area where I do my homeschooling stuff. Now, mind you, you don't have to have an actual room to do homeschooling. I know a lot of you have been asking me questions like where do you homeschool? Because a lot of the quarantine that's happening right now, a lot of the schools are shutting down. So I'll show you where I do homeschool, but now with all the kids being home, I'm also going to be utilizing my dining room table to kind of have the kids sit around. So here is my little homeschool room. Okay, now behind me, we use the closet in this room for a pantry. So this is actually my pantry. And then right now, I got two kids actually doing some homeschool stuff. They lounge on the bed. They don't have to sit at the desk all the time. I do have a desk area. I normally have two laptops set up. Right now I have mine down because I was doing some work and Weston has the other one. So normally I'll have two kids on a laptop. They can both do Time for Learning. That's the online program that I use and I love. I can definitely give you more information if you want more information. So this is mainly my desk until the kids are doing school, and I put my laptop up on the printer and I'll have them sit here. So then they have pens, pencils, dry erasers, Weston's binder, drawers I have for storage. And then a bookshelf that I just recently got has a lot of our books, our reading stuff. And then I got this storage unit at IKEA, even a larger one that IKEA has, and we're probably going to upgrade to that because before this whole coronavirus thing hit, Zach and I were actually talking about just doing full-time homeschooling with all the kids because we're about to be changing duty stations and they're going to be starting a school and then having to get pulled out of a school. So we were talking about just homeschooling them. So I've been actually getting a lot of things together for that season of our life starting. I got these really nice labels that from Lakeshore Learning. I know they have one in Rhode Island here, and they also have one in Maryland. It's like a school supplies store. And then everything's labeled. So I got paints and brushes, some teaching supplies for myself, craft supplies, coloring books, paper to color on, unused index cards, flashcards, the pre-K area. This is the kindergarten area. Then I have first grade, second grade. So we got third grade stuff. And these binders actually have our master books. I took the bindings off of them and they come with holes. So we put them in binders. So all of his sections, so we can keep everything nice and organized. And then I have some stuff for the other kids. I already got Jace stuff that he's been doing for supplemental stuff with master books. And then this will be the fourth grade section that I started already buying stuff for Weston for next year. I have a sensory bin and it has Play-Doh, moon sand, and toys for that. This container is full of like Play-Doh toys. This is what they use, the moon sand old sheet pans that I have to play with the moon sand one. And then I just have extra compass, construction paper. Then I have graphing paper, composition notebooks, and spiral notebooks. This is extra supplies that we have. So yeah, this is our homeschool stuff. Okay guys, a little later in the day, had to go and work at church this afternoon, getting some dinner ready. We're also doing a large family freezer meal that we're putting together tonight. So we got lots of just different stuff going on in the kitchen. So to kind of just follow up with what I was saying about the homeschool room, I know a lot of people are panicking right now because they feel like they're not qualified to homeschool. I understand how you feel. I felt that way last year when I had no choice but to pull my son out of school because of his sensory issues and his autism issues. It's overwhelming, it's scary, but I promise you, you're going to be fine. I'm not saying you're not going to have bad days. There are days where I want to pull my hair out and I want to cry. There's also good days. There's days where everything goes smoothly. It's really just day by day. And it's the same thing at school. There's some days kids have great days at school. There's some days that kids have bad days. Even the teachers, So with that in mind, please just remember that this, for some families, they're keeping this short term and then they're going back to school. Other families, you might realize that you love it and you want to continue doing it, and that's perfectly fine as well. Hi, baby. So, Okay, you need more? Okay, I'll give 1 second. So you just take it day by day. If you have questions, feel free to comment and ask me. I'm not an expert. I've been doing it for a year, but I can give you some advice. Now, my first thing to tell you is, hold on, baby. I'm going to do it in just 1 second, okay? Okay, I had to get the kids their dinner because they were starting to lose their minds. So advice: don't try to do everything in one day. Don't try to do all the reading, all the math, all the Spanish homework. They have Spanish homework. There's 5 days in a week. You can space it out 5 days. Do one subject a day. Monday do reading, Tuesday do math, Wednesday do Spanish. Just space it out. Homeschooling is nowhere near the same as actual physically going to a brick and mortar school. You have a different vibe. You can do it at your own pace. I definitely would not recommend just using this time as oh, well, my kids are just going to have like an early spring break, because guess what? It could last 2 weeks, it could last 3 weeks, it could last 30 days. We don't know how long this is going to last. But keeping your kids in some kind of education momentum is going to help them with going back to school. There are so many ways to just stay engaged with your kids while you're at home. You can do a lot of free books. You can do free trials on Amazon. If you can download the Kindle app if you don't have books, because let's say for me, I know you guys saw that I have a bookcase, but I really don't have a lot of books because I use the local library a lot. Local library shut down, but I have the Kindle app and I can download books from the Kindle that are free for the kids. I'm also going to link below a lot of free resources that I was passed along by my friend Emily that are people that are doing free trials and everything for a lot of educational stuff online. I do recommend, don't just have your kids do stuff online. Try to get them to like write things down, do math by hand and stuff like that, just because online can be like just a wormhole of things. And you definitely want to make sure they're still having those handwriting skills. Another free thing that you can do is look on Pinterest, and a lot of homeschool bloggers, or just different bloggers that do toddler and kid activities, they have a lot of free printables that are available. So you can go ahead and print those free printables out to give yourself something to do during the day. I really highly suggest the night before. If you don't like a schedule, and you guys know I'm the schedule queen, I schedule because it's just your life flows a lot better when you have a schedule. But if you don't want to schedule per se, the night before you go to bed, at least list goals that you have for the next day. By listing the goals that you have for the next day, you won't feel like, I don't know what to do. You won't feel overwhelmed. You won't feel like when the kid's like, Mom, I'm bored, what do you want? And you're scrambling because you've got a lot going on trying to figure out something to do. So just go ahead, write down, today we're going to work on math, and we're going to try to do boom, 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 boom. And then that way you have a list to refer to of, hey, you know what? Last night I said I'm going to do this, so I know what I'm going to do now. The main thing is just have fun with your kids. It's already stressful enough because you're feeling overwhelmed because you're not a school parent, like you're not a school teacher, and you're trying to figure out how to navigate this. Just keep everything as simple and easy as possible. There is no shame in taking a break. If you start feeling overwhelmed, if you start feeling like you're gonna pull your hair out, your kids are driving you insane, and you just can't do this anymore, take a break. There's no good possible outcome when you're upset and your kid's upset. It just makes a whirlwind effect. Take a break, put it down, and come back to it later with fresh, clean eyes. Maybe take a nap with the kids, have a sit down, watch a movie, go out in the backyard, let them run some steam off in the backyard, do something else, put them in the bathtub, let them play in the bathtub for a while, and just kind of woosah, and then come back to it later when you both, or you all, if you have more than one kid, have calmed down and just gotten into a better place. So if you need any advice, if you feel like you need to just talk to someone because you're going crazy, please feel free to message me. I'm always willing to talk to anyone about anything and kind of maybe help you problem solve to figure out what's going on. Remember that you do need time to yourself. Your kids do need time away from work, and just have fun having your kids home. Don't look at it so much as a dreading thing. Maybe you take a day of the week and say you only homeschool 4 days a week, and you take one day and get caught up on the laundry, get caught up on a show, do something else while you're home. It doesn't have to be school 24/7. Just relax and enjoy the ride.